Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the New England Patriots. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Tonight, 20. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Goff on first down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't
The
ready.
headshots here of the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always...
Not 120. Ric Flair. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown.
Wait, set. Green 80.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Let's go, D.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
The numbers a week ago for Michel. 18 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Finding his target, it's Cody Latimer. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
You ain't doing nothing today.
On play action, it's Brady. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
We got this.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
24 is the mic. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On play action, now Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 18 carries, 77 yards. From the 24, Goff.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll return it from the 6. 7-7, our score after 1.
I got you.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 13. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a play fake, Brady. Now a short one to Gesicki, and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. And he's got his man on the out route. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
That's it, baby.
A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown.
Cody Latimer, his first touchdown of the new season.
Tonight, 180.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Good job, D. That's us. That's us.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
51.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
On first down, it's Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Goff, he's going to dump it off to Gurley. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Three down.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, 79 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season.
Michael, tonight, 120.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a first down throw. Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. That one, a first down pickup of 8. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And that one's complete to Gurley. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now gone. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his first touchdown.
24.
Wait, that 380.
Watch the pass.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
Cover.
On first down, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Brady gives to Michelle.
Check nickel.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Wait, that 380.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check the back.
72.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And some room to work. He chucks him aside.
Bumped him.
And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10.
Let's go.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Brady's going to sneak it. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Tom Brady in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to...
Like 20.
Our time. It's our time.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start with an AFC matchup in the Meadowlands as the Jets play host to visiting Denver. And late in the first half, it's the Broncos who are out on top. Cortland Sutton, a touchdown reception. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Adam Humphries, a touchdown reception. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they've got the lead at halftime over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They built
the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us
defensively. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. On third down, a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. They'll run with Michelle, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
58 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. 50.
Brady now on first down. He gets it complete to Latimer. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Cody Latimer with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in.
Go on, Mike.
180.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Hey, we have.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. I know he ain't got it.
Now on 2nd and 13, Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Goff now to throw. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try to throw back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
72.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Got a man. It's Brown. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, this is Michel. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Jam him. Alert! Hey, Delta.
Back now in Foxborough.
Let's go.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work an exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Michel, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On the ground, Michel. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He's able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. On first down, gone. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. It's a gain of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Goff throwing again. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
24, check 24. You got 3 down.
Play action, now it's Brady. Able to get this to Gordon. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Play to win. Let go.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We
go to the 180.
51.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Like 20.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on second down. Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning.
Wait, 53.
Get ready. Get ready.
Wait, did he hit?
They begin with Michel on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 41 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Like 20.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
From the 50, it's gone. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Goff now looks to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. From the red zone now, Goff. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We gotta get to the ball, D. We gotta get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Throwing again is Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. To the air again, Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Let's go.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Pats, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.